Hey guys, it's Roxy back with Paperless Student. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you guys how you don't actually need a smart keyboard for you to be able to write on your iPad Pro to create Word documents or Excel, PowerPoint, word processing documents on your iPad Pro. So for the past month, I've talked to you guys about the different applications that you need for note-taking. I have a full review for GoodNotes and Notability. I will put the link in the description down below if you haven't seen those videos. But there's more to being paperless than just having note-taking applications. So that's why I am starting this series, so you guys can get to know other applications that you need for your paperless experience to be complete, and so that you can have a fun and easy paperless experience. Today's video is about OCR, which is Optical Character Recognition. This is a technology that allows tablets and computers to recognize printed and handwritten text characters. This means that you can take a photo or a scan with your iPad and convert it to text that you can later on process in a word processing document. It also means that some applications support handwriting, where you write your handwritten notes in your handwriting, and then you can convert that and it will become a text that you can later on edit. For those of you guys that prefer having your notes printed, this is a great option for you. There are three types of applications that support OCR on the iPad, and the first one is note-taking applications, and then you have keyboards, and the last one are scanning applications. So for your note-taking applications, I have three applications that I will talk to you guys about. The first one is Nebo, which is one application that I use the most personally because it's great. It has great recognition, and these are the notes that I have. An example of the notes that I already have that I wrote. I use this to write my script for my YouTube videos mostly, and other papers that I need to submit for my classes. So as you guys can see, this is already converted to text, but I wrote this with my handwriting. I wrote this in my handwriting with the Apple Pencil. And then the other application is Notes Plus. This is a great application. I actually forgot that this application doesn't really seem to support screen recording, but this is also another application that you can use for that. So the last application I will be talking to you guys about is GoodNotes. I've already reviewed this application, but I didn't really get into the depth of the OCR of GoodNotes, so that will be the last part of this video. And then the keyboards, there are a couple of keyboards, but I personally use Stylus, which is an application by MyScript. I love MyScript applications. They have great applications that I've been using. Most of them are free. Only Nebo is the one that you have to pay for. The rest are free and they are great. I will get into the details of this application in this video. And then the last application will be Scanner Pro, which is a scanning application, which is the one that we're going to start reviewing now. I mentioned this application for you guys in this video that I did. If you haven't watched this video, you should watch it because it will help you understand the different applications that you need for your paperless experience to be complete, so you make sure that you don't use paper whatsoever. Okay, so I will start reviewing Scanner Pro. The first thing about Scanner Pro is you can take a photo yourself, or you can just take a photo from the ones that you already have in your photos. So for this video, I have a couple of different photos and scans that I will be showing you guys for different reasons, for you to understand how you can use OCR in this application. So we have a few options that you can select for your text recognition. So you can have different languages. I have downloaded most of the languages that I need, if not all of them. I think I'm only left with 2 or so. And you can change it. You can remove the automatic recognition or put it on. I just leave it on. So the first thing we'll look at is this document. It's basic English, so we can convert it to text. We have to go to actions, and we can just scroll through to see the accuracy of this conversion. As you guys can see, it's quite accurate. We have a little mistake here. You can see efficiency. Didn't quite get it right, but that's the first mistake I've spotted so far, which just tells you just how accurate this OCR for this application is. There's a little gray shadow at the bottom of the black print. So the gray shadow is the actual scanned document that we have in this application, and then the black print is the conversion that it's done. Efficiency is written in gray at the bottom, and then the black has the spelling is not quite exactly the same as efficiency. So the accuracy of the conversion will mostly depend on the quality of the photo that you take or the quality of the scan that you take. So personally, for me to get over any problems with my conversion, I make sure that I use a lot of lighting and that I don't cast any shadows on the documents that I'm taking photos of. So to do that, I mostly take most of my photos, I take them on windows. I make sure that there's a window nearby. But if you don't have any lighting from outside, then you should just try to use as much lighting as you can possibly get. Another thing you should notice and know about this application is that you can't export the text, unfortunately. So you can only copy it. Like, I'll copy this text and then you can export it to a document processing application that you have. So I have this application and I'll just add a new document and then I'll just paste everything here. It's converting of different diagrams and let me just show you the text again. Diagrams and tables. Unfortunately, it doesn't convert, it only converts text. It doesn't convert everything in the document. So you can see some of the words have not been converted. We can just see the gray little shadow there. That means it hasn't been converted. This sublingual has been converted and we can see the black color. So for your diagrams, it won't work. It won't work for your tables either. So we'll go back and go to tables. So this is a table that I want to convert to text and we'll see what happens. Go to actions and convert. So as you guys can see, we have a few more mistakes in this particular document. Even oxygen is not really converted well. So that's probably because this particular picture isn't as good. The scan is not as good. But what I really want you guys to notice is that the table has not been converted at all. There's no black lines that outline the table. So see what happens when I copy all of this. Okay, and then we paste it. Let's create a new document. This is how it exports the text from tables and from diagrams as well. It would just remove the text that has been converted and just put it in prose form. So the table, the structure of the table and the organization of your information on the table is completely lost. Okay, and then the last point I want to show you guys is conversion of different languages. Okay, so we'll just say action and convert as text. Okay, so for your different languages, you have in your settings where you can download different languages. I have downloaded most of them. Let's put all of them to make sure that almost we get as many conversions as possible, and then we reprocess. One really awesome thing about this application is that it converts all of these things offline, so you don't really need the internet to do this. Once you have already installed the languages on your iPad, it will just convert everything for you offline. Okay, so a little bit of advice. Apparently, if you have so many languages that you're trying to make this application recognize, it works a little bit slow. So maybe I should change my strategy, but it's already too late for that. So I'm just going to wait patiently and see when this thing is going to finish. But I'm definitely going to stop this video and get back to you guys as soon as it's done. Finally, our text is here, so let's check it out. It's processing. Okay, so this will give you an idea of how accurate the conversion is for different languages. Okay, so here's the English. No complaints there. It's almost perfect. And then we have Afrikaans. I think Afrikaans is also quite accurate. with a few mistakes, but it got the rough idea. Well, this one, either the image I had was extremely terrible or it can't recognize it. I think it's Mary, I'm not sure. Arabic, terrible. Didn't even recognize any of the characters at all. So I'm just assuming, let me check if it has Arabic. No, it doesn't support Arabic, unfortunately. Okay. And then for Chinese, it did get like 3 characters on point. So I'm assuming it does work, but maybe it was just overwhelmed because of the many different languages. So let me know if you want me to do the Chinese one. Okay. And then Korean, didn't recognize it at all. I'm not sure if we have Korean here. No, we don't. So that's probably why. Terrible. And then we have Portuguese is on point. I don't know Portuguese, I don't understand it, but judging from the different from the small little shadows at the bottom, I would say that this was kind of very accurate, so it works for Portuguese. That's it. That's Punjabi, I think. No, terrible. I'm not sure if we have Punjabi. No, we don't. Sorry. So makes sense why we don't actually have. And this is Dutch. It was also on point for Dutch. So those of you guys that speak Dutch, this is great. It works for you. And this is German. I think it's on point as well. I don't speak German. I don't understand it, but judging from the picture below, the gray little areas that I told you guys about, I can say that it's quite accurate. So let me know. And then we have Italian as well, quite accurate. I think for most languages that would use English, the I don't know what type of alphabet that is, but you know, the English one, I'm not sure its proper name. For most languages that use that kind of alphabet, it's quite accurate. This is French and it's on point. Je comprends français, but okay, I don't speak French that well. That's probably the only thing I can say in French. But if you guys are interested in me doing your specific language, then let me know. Before I wrap up this, I want to do one last conversion for you guys for handwriting. I tried it by myself. I know it's terrible, dismal failure, but I want you guys to see it so you guys can see for yourself. Okie dokie, so let's just take that photo. So after I tried to convert this, I concluded that this application doesn't do so well with recognizing handwriting. It only does printed text, and that's about as far as it goes. When you're converting your files, I suggest that you don't use too many languages. Just choose the specific language that you want, and I will probably start unticking most of the languages that I already have. The automatic option doesn't work so well, as I've learned from this, because I've never done it before. I always have one language that I need and kind of works really fast. But if you're going to just make it automatically choose and you select all the different languages, then you're probably going to be waiting for a long time. I had to wait for maybe 15 minutes for that conversion to complete, which is a very long time. Like I said, very terrible. I don't think it even recognized anything that I wrote on this piece of paper. Nothing. That wraps up the Scanner Pro application for you guys, and the next one that we're going to be looking at is the keyboard, script keyboard. So this is a third-party keyboard that you add into your keyboards. As a third party, you get it from Apple Store, and it supports a couple of languages. These are the ones that are installed on my computer, on my iPad at the moment. So all of these. And if you want more languages, it actually does have more. All of these, you can just download all of these. So we are going to go to Google. Okay, let's just go to Google, and I will start using this application. So I'll start using this application to write different things. Okay, so this is the keyboard, and you have two options. You have one with this line or one without the line. And the keyboard supports your finger. You can just use your finger, which is what I use most of the time. And it has a few shortcuts that you need to know. Like to delete, you can use these two. You can overwrite letters, you can split them, you can join them, and return. I've never used the return button. So okay, so the first of all, we'll start with English. So let's see what language. Okay, I have English, so let's start with, I'm using my finger. See, it's really accurate, it's on point. Let me just zoom that in. So once I want to change something, I can put an A here. Well, I'm not sure why it's adding on to that, but it recognized that I changed the E, so let's remove that, scratch everything, and then let's try another language. I wish I could write Spanish, but I can't. So let's go to French and write être. Let's just remove that and remove all of that, so we can just have être. See, it's really accurate. Let me write something else. Je suis une petite fille. Let's change that. Let's put Russian. Okay, so let's write yeah. Yeah. See, it's on point. So it's really good. Unfortunately, those are the only languages that I can try out. I can't try out any other languages because I don't know how to write them. So, but you can always add more languages from here. And another thing you need to notice is that it only supports 2 languages at a time. So though it has 2 options, 2 different languages that you can have at the same time, you can only write one at a time. You can't combine 2 languages and expect it to recognize it. It will only use the one that you have selected. So you can use this. I like the keyboard because you can use it in any application. Let me show you guys. Let's create, unlike the conversion from text to handwriting with other applications that help you write prose, this one you can use even for presentations. The last part of this video, I'm going to be responding to this question that Ray's Piano, I hope that I pronounced that right, asked me to do handwriting recognition in GoodNotes for other languages like French and Spanish. I already wrote a few things, so let's just convert that. So most of the mistakes that I found while doing this are mostly because of my handwriting. Unfortunately, I couldn't do Spanish because I have no idea how to write that, so I didn't do it. But I tried to do a couple of languages so you guys can see. So this brings me to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about OCR. Do you think that you can see yourself replacing your smart keyboard with this method of writing text, or on your iPad Pro? I'd love to know all about it in the comment section down below. So until next time, share this video, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you don't miss my next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.